today we will discuss some glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in terms of his dealings with some of his devotees. We have seen teachings, tattva. Now let's see some Lila today. Very beautiful stories. Today we are going to discuss how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu blessed 3 wonderful Brahmana devotees. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas at the age of 24. He wanted to go to Vrindavan. Somehow Nityananda Prabhu diverted Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Shantipur. And at Shantipur, Mother Sachi requested Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to make Jagannath Puri as his headquarters. And Mahaprabhu went and settled there. After settling in Jagannath Puri, we have Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu express his desire. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I would like to go for South India Yatra. And my request is, none of you should accompany me. And my mission, my purpose of going for the South India Yatra is, I want to search for my brother, elder brother, Vishwarup. Vishwarup took sannyas when I was very young, but after that we never met him, we never saw him. I would like to see, where is he? I heard that he's in South India somewhere. I am going out to search for Vishwarup. Then all the associates said, okay, fine, you can go, but we'll also come with you. We'll go for a group yatra, no individual yatra. But Mahaprabhu said, no, you cannot come with me. Actually, Mahaprabhu was aware that Vishwarup has already departed from this mortal world. Still, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu kind of cheated his associates at Jagannath Puri and told them that I am going to search for my brother and you should not come with me. So why Mahaprabhu avoided these devotees? One reason is they will not allow him to follow his sannyas principles. And in that context, Mahaprabhu very elaborately glorifies his devotees, apparently in the form of finding faults with them. We'll discuss that some other time. But I'll just quickly come to Mahaprabhu's purpose of South India Yatra. So he was going to South India mainly to distribute Krishna Nam and Krishna Prem to residents there, without any discrimination. Patra patra vicharanam na kurute na svam param vikshate deya deya vimarshako nahinava kala pratiksha prabho sadyoya shravanekshana pranamana dhyanadina durlabham datte bhaktirasam sa eva bhagavan gaura param me gati. Patra patra vicharanam na kurute. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does not discriminate between who is patra and who is apatra. Patra means a qualified person, an eligible candidate to receive Krishna Prema. Apatra means one who is not qualified, one who is not eligible. He doesn't discriminate who is eligible and who is not eligible, who has the qualification, who does not have the qualification. Patra patra vicharanam na kurute. Vicharanam, he doesn't analyze. Oh, is he qualified or not? Should I give him Krishna Prema or not? He never does it. Vicharanam na kurute. Na svam param vikshate. Swa and para. Swa means these are my people. Para means they are others. They don't belong to me. Mahaprabhu doesn't discriminate. These are my people, these are not my people. He doesn't have that kind of swapara bheda. While distributing Krishna Nam and Krishna Prem, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does not discriminate between who is qualified and who is not qualified, who are my people, who are not my people. He does not have that discrimination at all. Patra patra vicharanam na kurute na svam param vikshate deya deya vimarshako nahinava. Deya adeya. Should I give him or not? Is this charity allowed or not? He doesn't have the discrimination. Deya deya vicharanam. He does not discriminate. Is it worth giving Krishna Prema to this candidate? He's so sinful. He is beating people, cheating people, looting people. he is so sinful, he is breaking regulative principles. Can I give him? Yeah, you can give him, no problem. Mahaprabhu is Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate. He is extremely magnanimous in distributing Krishna Prema. He has no discrimination. He has no partiality. Deya deya vimarshako nahinava kala pratiksha prabho. Kala pratiksha means waiting for the right time. Is it the right time to give him Krishna Prema? I think today is not right muhurta. Maybe I'll wait for 3 more days. So when Thursday comes, morning 7:30 is a very good time to give Krishna Prema. I'll give then. No. Right? Mahaprabhu is ready to give Krishna Nam and Krishna Prem to anyone and everyone from any background at any time at any place. Deya deya vimarshako nahinava kala pratiksha prabho. He does not wait. As soon as candidate is in front of him, take this Krishna Prema out. Right? Out of this material world. Right? So, deya deya vimarshako nahinava kala pratiksha prabho. Sadyo yah shravanekshana pranamana dhyanadina durlabham. You know what he is giving? He is giving something very, very rare. That which is very, very difficult to attain by following so many other processes. Sadyo yah shravanekshana pranamana. Shravana means hearing. Ikshana means seeing. Pranamana means offering obeisances. Dhyana means meditation. Sadyo yah shravanekshana pranamana dhyanadina durlabham. It's very difficult to receive this special gift of Krishna Prema, either by Shravan or Dhyan or whatever, many other processes, right? Of course, we have to do Shravan, Kirtan, Dhyan and all to get this Krishna Prema. But when there are offenses, even if you are doing Shravanam, Kirtanam for thousands of lifetimes, you will not get Krishna Prema. By the way, Mahaprabhu only says, Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila, that's a shloka. He says that Krishna, Bahujanma kare yadi Shravana Kirtan, tabuna paibe Krishna pade premadhan. Bahujanma kare yadi Shravana Kirtan, you do Shravan Kirtan for hundreds of lifetimes. But if there are offenses, you cannot get Krishna Prema. Right? So, yes, Mahaprabhu sticks to that stance. But here, just by one's own individual efforts, independent efforts, if someone is just doing Shravan, Dhyan, Vagara, without Mahaprabhu's mercy, attaining Krishna Prema is very difficult. So your endeavor should be there in sadhana. But without the Lord's grace, you will not get the ultimate prayojan of Krishna Prema. Sadyo yah shravanekshana pranamana dhyanadina durlabham datte bhaktirasam sa eva bhagavan gaura param gati. Datte, the Lord is giving dan, giving charity of Krishna Prema. Bhakti rasam, he is giving bhakti rasa, especially in the mode of Vrajavasis. He is giving Vraja Prema to people, although they are not qualified. Although they did not want it. They did not desire it, they did not deserve it. Still, without any discrimination or discretion or partiality, Mahaprabhu is giving them. Okay, Deya. He is just giving. So this is the glory of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is going on a mission to distribute Krishna Prema, Krishna Nam to the people in the Dakshina Bharata. So finally he convinced his devotees. They said, please at least take one assistant. The Nityananda Prabhu arranged for a Brahmana named Kala Krishna Das to accompany Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu left for South India Yatra. Then, on the way, Mahaprabhu went into deep ecstasy. He was chanting the names of the Lord. Krishna, 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 Hey. Krishna, 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 Hey. Krishna, 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 Hey. Krishna, 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 Rakshama. Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rakshama. Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Pahima. In this way, wherever Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went, he is just chanting this Beautiful song. Just is a string of Krishna's names. And it's in ecstasy. And that's the purpose of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's descent. Krishna Varanam Tusha Krishnam Sangopangastra Parshadam Yagnaihi Sankirtana Prayaihi Yajantihi Sumedhasaha. Krishna Varanam Tvisha Akrishnam. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in Tvisha Akrishnam, in a complexion which is not blackish, which is golden. And what is he doing? Krishna Varanam. Varana means a syllable. Krishna. He is just constantly chanting these two syllables. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Also, Krishna Varanam indicates he is doing Varanan of Krishna. Varanan means description. Varanayati. He is describing the glories of Krishna. He is doing Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. Or he is chanting the names of Krishna. Krishna Varanam and Krishna Varanam. He is doing both. So that's what Mahaprabhu is doing when he is in his yatra. He came to a place called Alalnath. There he chanted. Then eventually he came to a place called Sri Kurmam or Kurma Kshetra, in the Srikakulam district in Andhra Pradesh now. Right? So he went to Sri Kurma Kshetra. There he chanted the holy names of the Lord. He said the deity of Kurmadeva. He offered obeisances. He chanted the names of the Lord. He induced so many devotees around him also to chant. Then one Brahmana came to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and said, "O Lord, can you please come to our home? I would like to invite you and feed you some prasad. Please purify my home." Then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "Okay, I'll come." He agreed. He went to this Brahmana's home. This Brahmana became so ecstatic, so grateful for this appearance, and he started offering prayers to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The prayers are here, you can also recite. So the very beautiful prayers. We are going to discuss 5-6 shlokas, the prayers, so I thought all the devotees also can recite. So, shloka number 124 of Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, 7th chapter. He says, Yehi pada padma tumara brahma dhyana kare, Seyi pada padma sakshat ailam mora ghare. Yehi pada padma tumara brahma dhyana kare. Lord Brahma is doing dhyana, meditation on this lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is non-different from Krishna. Right? So, even the great devatas, including Lord Brahma, the master of all the devatas, he is also offering obeisances to your lotus feet. Natasmate natha sadanghari pankajam virincha vairincha surendra vanditam. So, Virinchi is Brahma. Vairinchi means Brahma's sons. Surendra is the king of all the devatas, Indra. All of them are offering obeisances to the Lord's lotus feet. So, Yehi pada padma tomara brahma dhyana kare. And those very lotus feet have entered my home. Ailam ora ghare. He says, right, Yehi pada padma sakshat ailam ora ghare. He is feeling very fortunate. A devotee does not take any opportunity to serve Krishna or any blessing that Krishna gives him for granted. They are grateful. Devotees are very grateful. So he did not take this opportunity for granted, or he did not feel proud that, oh Lord, you have come to my home. He is not showing off to his neighbors. See, Mahaprabhu comes to my home. He is not showing off. He is grateful for it. I am not qualified. I don't deserve this. Still the Lord is so kind to bestow his mercy upon me. Then he continues his prayers. He says, Mora bhagyera siman nayaya kahana Aji mora shlagya haila janma kula dhana. He's feeling fortunate. He's not taking it for granted. Mora bhagyera simanaya kahana. I can't describe my great fortune. It's such a great fortune that it's beyond my words. My words cannot sufficiently describe how fortunate am I. And today, my home has become purified. my family has become purified, my entire dynasty and ancestors also become purified. He says, Ajimora Shlagya Haila Janma Kula Dhana. Janma, this birth is worthwhile only when it is utilized in Krishna's service, only when it gets an opportunity to see Krishna. Janma, safal. Brahmana will become fruitful to the degree we engage that life, we utilize that life in coming in contact with Krishna's mercy. Janma. Kula. Taking birth in a very great family, aristocratic family, wealthy family, influential family is great. But unless such a person utilizes that high birth in Krishna's service, that birth is not that glorious. So the real glory for birth, Janma or Aishwarya or Shruta Shri is to be dovetailing all these privileges in Krishna's service. But if these four privileges are inducing some pride and arrogance in us, they are only a distraction. Whether it is money or resources or manpower or followers, whatever it is, if we are not utilizing all of that in Krishna's service, that is just a distraction. Whether it is followers or money or privileges or fame or physical strength or mental strength or intellectual strength, your scholarship, whatever you may have, if that is not being utilized in Krishna's seva, all these super great privileges are just distractions for the soul, spirit soul. Wealth is a distraction. Association with opposite gender is a distraction. Having so much wealth and followers, that's a distraction. If you are not utilizing all these privileges in Krishna seva. Education is a distraction. Scholarship is a distraction. Knowledge is a distraction. Experience is a distraction. If you are not utilizing all that in Krishna seva. Therefore he says, Mora bhagyara sima nayaya kahana yaji mora shlagya khaila janma kula dhana. Janma kula dhana became shlagya. Shlagya means worthy of glorifying, worthy of appreciation. Then, next he says, Kripakara Prabhu more ya tumara sange Sahite na pari dukha vishayatarange. So, a devotee definitely feels very fortunate to receive the grace of the Lord, but devotee also feels repentant and guilty that he does not have sufficient absorption in Krishna consciousness. He is not sufficiently dedicated to Krishna's service. A devotee has this feeling also. However dedicated one may be, whatever may be the amount of love and affection the devotee might have for the Lord, still a devotee feels that I don't have sufficient love. I need to do something more. I have not done sufficient seva. I need to do something more. So this devotee said, although I am doing some bhakti here at home, but I feel like leaving everything, all these external privileges or positions or identities, I want to leave everything. I just want to follow you. I want to travel with you. You are going for South India Yatra, take me also. Right? So he says, Kripakara Prabhu Moreya Toma Sange. Kripakara, please show some mercy upon me. You have already shown a lot of mercy by coming to my home. Now I want some extra mercy by taking me away from my home. Kripakara Prabhu Moreya Toma Sange. I want your association, constant association. I am not satisfied or satiated with this brief amount of association I am getting from you at my home for this few hours or few minutes. I want to be with you always. He says, Sahitena pari dukha vishayatarange. Why he wanted to travel? Sahitena pare. I don't have the ability to tolerate. What? Vishayatarange. Vishaya means sense objects, material enjoyment, material life. Taranga means waves. This material ocean, material world is compared to an ocean, and all the difficulties we experience here are compared to taranga, waves. Even in the Mukundamala Stotra, Kulashekar Alvar says, he says that this material world is like an ocean, and this difficulties we are facing are like waves. Samsararnava mapa durmi bahulam samyak pravishya sthitaha. He says, He martyaha paramam hitam shrunutavo vakshyami sankshepataha samsararnava mapa durmi bahulam samyak pravishya sthitaha nana gnanamapasya chetasi namo narayanayetябum mantram sapranavam pranama sahitam pravartayedham. He amartyaha, O mortal being, paramam hitam shrunutavo, please hear this great advice that I am going to give you. I don't have time to hear you. I'll speak briefly, don't worry. It's a short class, not a long class. It's a short video. Nowadays, 1 minute videos are more popular. Not 1 hour classes, 1 minute. I'll speak short, don't worry. Right? Reels. Samsara, he says, Vakshyami sankshepataha. In sankshepa I will speak. In a nutshell I will speak. What is that? Please understand your situation. Samsararnava mapadurmi vahulam samyak pravishya sthitaha. You have entered deep into this ocean of material existence that is filled with waves of many material miseries and difficulties. Samsararnava mapadurmi bahulam samyak pravishya sthitaha. Your sthiti is samyak pravishya. You have entered deep into this ocean. Not that you are on the shore. Not that you are just few meters into from the beach. You have entered deep into this ocean. You are being tossed by the waves. Are you realizing it? No, I think it's all nice. It's perfect. Many people say like that. Life is going on very well. No troubles. That's why Krishna says, even to realize that this janma, mrityu, jara, vyadhi, as difficulty, as dukkha, takes a lot of time. Janma, mrityu, jara, vyadhi, dukkha, doshana, darshanam. Understand that they are sources of dukkha and they are dosha. Janma, mrityu, jara, vyadhi. Many people don't even realize, janma happens, karma happens, dukkha is there, it's a part of life, we have to experience it. But is there any possibility of not experiencing them at all? Is there something called eternal life, which is devoid of janma, mrityu, jara, vyadhi, which is devoid of birth, death, old age, disease? Can I have a body which is never subjected to birth or death, or disease or old age? They can't even think, because Maya covers the conditioned soul so much that they can't even think of a possibility of an alternative world which is more permanent and eternal. So to such people, Kulashekar Alvar is giving this advice. Samsararnava mapa durmi bahulam samyak pravishya sthitaha nana gnanam apasya chetasi namo narayanayetябum. You must be having so much knowledge to cross this material ocean. Keep aside all that knowledge, by the way. Nana gnanam apasya. Just keep aside all your concocted ways of coming out of this material ocean. You cannot. I am an expert swimmer. I will swim nicely. No, you cannot. You are in the middle of the ocean. Even if you are an expert swimmer, which direction will you swim? Left or right, east or west? Can you understand directions? Even if you happen to understand, how long will you swim? 1,000 kilometers, 10,000 kilometers, how long you will swim? The beach is nowhere to be seen, right? So, nana gnana mapasya, forget all your concocted methods of karma, gnana, yoga, many other methods to come out of this material ocean. There is only one way. What is that? Narayana yetyabum. Chant the name of Narayana. Mantram sapranavam. Add Om also. Om Namo Narayana. Pranama sahitam. Offer obeisances also. Mantram sapranavam pranama sahitam pravarta yedham muhu. Follow this practice of chanting the names of the Lord constantly. That's what he says. Right? Constant practice of the process of chanting the holy names of Krishna. That's the method suggested by so many Vaishnava acharyas in multiple sampradayas. Take shelter of holy name. So coming back to this episode of Kurma Brahman, he says, I am unable to tolerate Sahitena pare dukkha vishayatarange. I cannot handle this vishayataranga, ocean, the waves of material ocean. So, O Lord, please protect me from this. Then Mahaprabhu said, you want to travel with me? You want to give up your household life, thinking that it is filled with so many difficulties? No, don't do that. He says in the next sloka, Prabhu kahe aichha bata kabu na kahiba ghare rahi Krishna nama nirantara laiba. Never speak like this. It's not necessary for someone to become a sannyasi, to come out of Vishaya Taranga. You stay at home. You take care of your family. You take care of your household responsibilities. And do what? Krishna Nama. Nirantara laiba. Ghare rahi Krishna Nama. Nirantara laiba. You don't have to follow me in my yatra. You don't have to give up this household life or this life in this material world. There are ways of being in this world but not being of this world. There are ways of living in this world without being affected by this world, like a lotus leaf in water, waterproof, unaffected by the water around. So he says, Ghare rahi Krishna nama nirantara laiba. Just constantly chant the holy names of the Lord. That will protect us from Vishaya Taranga. He says, Yare dekhe tare kaha Krishna upadesha. Amar Agnai Guru Haya Tara Ehi Desha. So Prabhupada writes here, it is not advisable in the age of Kali to leave one's family suddenly, for people are not trained as proper brahmacharis and grihasthas. Therefore, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advised the Brahmana not to be too eager to give up family life. It would be better to remain with his family and try to become purified by chanting the holy names of Krishna. Hare Krishna Mahamantra regularly, Nirantara Laiba. Not only chanting. You stay at home, take care of your family and chant the holy names of Krishna. Mahaprabhu said this, but don't stop there. Inspire your neighbors also to chant the holy names. Right? Do some preaching program also. Call the neighboring people also. Inspire them also to chant the names of Krishna. Like in Damodar Ashtakam, Damodar month, many devotees call all the neighbors in their society, in their apartment area, and then they conduct Damodar Arti, and many other devotees are doing so many, taking so many initiatives to bring the neighbors closer to Krishna. He says, Yare dekhe tare kaha Krishna upadesha. Whomever you see, teach them Krishna consciousness, teach them Bhagavad Gita, teach them Bhagavatam. Yare dekhe tare kaha Krishna upadesha. Then he says, Amaragnai Guru Haya Tara Ei Desha. To become a guru, you don't have to be a sannyasi only. Even as a householder, you can nicely become guru and teach Krishna consciousness to people, whomever you see, to the best of your ability. This is the instruction Lord Chaitanya gave to so many people whom he met in the South India Yatra. Then finally Mahaprabhu says, Kabhu na badibhe toma vishayata range punarapi eitai pabi mora sange. Kabhuna badibe toma vishaya tarange. If you do this thing, what did he advise? Stay at home, chant the holy names of Krishna and inspire others also to take to Krishna consciousness. Only two things. You chant and make others chant. Then, Kabhuna badibe toma vishaya tarange. Then this vishaya taranga, you are so concerned about vishaya taranga, that will not bother you. Don't worry. Then he says, Punarapi eitai pabe mora sange. Again you will be able to see me, don't worry. There is an element of separation from the Lord. Because Lord came to his home, he will leave, he will proceed to his yatra. So South Indian Brahmana, this Kurma Brahmana is feeling that, oh, I will miss the Lord. You will see me, don't worry. Stay here, chant holy names. Again you will be able to see me. This is how Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu blessed this devotee. Now, Mahaprabhu proceeded in his South India Yatra. There is another Brahmana named Vasudeva leper. So this Vasudeva leper, he is a nice Brahmana, but he had some leprosy all over his body. He had blood and pus all over his body, so many sores, wounds, pimples all over his body. and some insects become attracted to that pus and blood, and this Vasudeva Brahmana is so humble that he will pick up an insect and place it back on his body. Oh, this blood is coming out of my body, I have no use for this. If this insect has some use, if this insect is surviving by drinking my blood, let it survive. He's so humble, he's living for others' welfare, he's just doing that. You don't have to imitate him, but the point is, he's so humble that he's not even thinking about himself. Right? He had a desire to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then he came running to the home of Kurma Brahman. But Kurma Brahman said, Mahaprabhu just left. I'm sorry. He did not give me his live location. I don't know where is he. Right? We can just take a car and then chase Mahaprabhu and then somehow manage to meet him on the way to his next destination. No possibility. He just left. This Vasudeva leper started lamenting so piteously. Oh, I am so unfortunate. I am already so sinful that I have this deadly disease all over my body, and people even hesitate to come close to me. But still, I have been fortunate enough to chant the names of the Lord and do some devotional service, but now I wanted to take the darshan of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but he left me. He's lamenting. So because Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also Paramatma in the hearts of all living entities, he could understand the emotions, he could understand the feelings of Vasudeva leper. Instead of proceeding to the next destination in his South India Yatra, he came back to Kurma Brahman's home. Nobody SMS'd him. Nobody sent a WhatsApp message. Nobody sent emergency, please come back. Mahaprabhu understood the heart of all living entities. So he came back, and Vasudeva Brahman was very surprised. Oh Lord, you have come back for me. Just to give me darshan, you have come back all the way. I never had this expectation also. A devotee is eager for the Lord's mercy, but the devotee doesn't demand that from the Lord. But the Lord is kind enough to fulfill the requests or bestow his mercy upon devotees who are really eager for it, although they don't demand it. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came back, and this Vasudeva leper offered obeisances. And Mahaprabhu came close to this Vasudeva leper and embraced him. And by that embrace, all the leprosy is gone. Now Mahaprabhu could have done it in multiple ways. He could have, he can stand little apart, and then he can show his hand, and some shine can come like this in TV serials and movies, right? Some light can come here, and he's transformed. He gets a very new, handsome, healthy body, bright, shining body. Mahaprabhu did not do all that. He came and embraced him because the Lord has motherly affection. He has affection towards all his devotees. This is not just the compassion or some kindness shown by a wealthy person towards a poor person. It's not a formality. It is a heartfelt expression of his affection upon his devotee. Now, a patient is suffering, and say a small child has some disease and he's suffering, and the doctor will come, wear a gloves, he wears a mask, he will give some injection, he will do some treatment, and he will go away. Even if it's infectious disease, there's only one person or two people who can come to close to that child, that is the parents. So a mother does not hesitate to touch the child's body even if the child has some infectious disease, contagious disease, because the emotions are so high. When Krishna was in Kaliya lake, arrested by Kaliya's coils, Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj wanted to jump into Kaliya lake to protect Krishna, although they don't have the ability to do so. And it's poisonous water and they will get affected, but they are not bothered about it. They just ran into the water, and Balramji stopped them. Hey, don't go. So, just like a parent who has unlimited affection for the child, does not hesitate to touch the body of the child, even if the body is affected by some disease. Similarly, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu displaying that motherly affection, fatherly affection upon this Vasudeva leper. He is no more a leper. So he displayed his affection on this Vasudeva Brahman and embraced him. He could have cured his leprosy in many ways, but he is embracing. Even when Sanatana Goswami got some disease also, Mahaprabhu did not hesitate to embrace Sanatana Goswami's body. This is the Lord's kindness. Since then, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is called Vasudevamrita Prada, the one who has delivered Vasudeva Brahmana. No hesitation. Satatam janata bhavata paharam paramartha parayana lokagatim navalehakaram jagatapaharam pranamami sachi srita gauravaram. Satatam janata bhavatapaharam. Mahaprabhu is constantly trying to destroy the distresses of living entities. Satatam janata bhavatapaharam. Bhavatapaharam. Just now, the previous Brahmana, Kurma Brahmana, he told that I am unable to tolerate this Vishaya Taranga or Bhavatapa, the material miseries. Mahaprabhu said, chant the holy names of Krishna, Kabuna Badhube Toma Vishaya Tarange. This Vishaya Taranga or Bhavatapa will never bother you anymore. So how does the Lord destroy the material miseries of conditioned souls? Satatam Janata Bhavatapaharam, by giving them holy name of Krishna. Satatam Janata Bhavatapaharam Paramartha Parayana Lokagatim Navalehakaram Jagatapaharam Pranamami Sachi Sutta Gauravaram. Navalehakaram Jagatapaharam. So, haran of tapa is only a small byproduct. Bestowal of Krishna Prema is the main product. When the Lord inspires us to chant the holy names of Krishna and thus attain Krishna Prema, the miseries of material existence are automatically vanquished. The Lord likes to steal the miseries of living entities. But because conditioned souls are more miserable, destruction of the misery seems to be a very big thing. But they are getting much, much bigger than this. Vedeshu yajneshu tapasva chaiva dhaneshu yat punya phala pratishtam atyeti tat sarvamidam viditva yogi param sthanam apaiti chadyam. What you get by Vedic study, the austerities, dana, dharma, etc., you will get all that by practicing bhakti, and bhakti can give you much more also. Similarly, Krishna Prema can definitely destroy sinful reactions and material miseries, but it can give much more. The Krishna Nama can give us Krishna Prema also, which is the Panchama Purushartha, the ultimate attainable goal of life. So Mahaprabhu released this Vasudeva Brahmana from his leprosy. Then, very important point for all of us sadhakas. Vasudeva Brahmana felt that, O Lord, thank you so much for coming back and giving me darshan. Thank you so much for relieving me from this leprosy. Now I am very fearful. I am very afraid. What is that fear? That is the healthy fear of Maya. Maya may embrace me now. You embraced me. Later Maya may embrace me and induce a feeling of pride. Whenever we get some special grace of the Lord, special blessing or very special attention from the Lord, you may feel fortunate, you may feel happy, but if we are not careful, we will feel proud. We may become arrogant. And this Vasudeva leper is very cautious. Let me not become proud of receiving this special blessing from Lord Chaitanya. I got this special privilege of Lord Chaitanya's embrace, special darshan, just to bestow mercy upon me. He came all the way from his South India Yatra. He did not proceed, he just returned back to Kurma Brahman's home. I never asked for it. So this news will go viral. and people will understand that Mahaprabhu showed some special mercy on Vasudeva Brahman, and they may whistle, they may clap, they may praise me, and that will induce pride in me. Or even if nobody gives me attention, the very fact that you have given these special blessings upon me can make me very proud. Oh Lord, how can I not become proud? How can I remain humble? You know what Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said? Oh, you don't want to be proud? You want to be humble? Actually, that humility is the qualification that I expect from my devotees. So, how to become humble? How to not become proud and arrogant? How to protect oneself from this ahankar and ahambhava? Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, please chant the holy names of Krishna. You will never become humble. You will never become proud. Let's see the shloka. After few shlokas, after few shlokas, he says, if you chant the holy names of Krishna, pride will never affect you. He says, which shloka? 147th shloka. Prabhu kahe kabhu tomara na habe abhiman. You can see. Prabhu kahe kabhu tomara na habe abhiman. Nirantara kaha tumi Krishna Krishna nama. Nirantara kaha tumi Krishna Krishna nama. Vasudeva Brahman is so concerned that he may become proud of the special privilege he received. Whenever we are getting some special blessing, special spiritual privilege, special attention from people, we need to be very careful. You can feel happy and all that. You can rejoice all that. It may be very exciting at that moment, but we should be very, very careful. Pride may overwhelm us because of that special attention received from the Lord or Guru or Vaishnavas. Whenever we get some special mercy, special grace, special attention, we may become proud. We should never underestimate Maya. Maya can induce pride in people. Like you see, somebody is trying to, I often give this example, somebody is trying to climb on the 3rd floor of a building. No steps, right? So there are no steps, there is no elevator also. So you have to climb on a ladder. You are hesitating to climb on the ladder. Somehow you manage to climb 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, and you fell down from there. You could balance yourself because you fell from 3rd step only. But again you attempt, you go up to 5th step. You feel, oh, I think I can do it. You go to 10th step. Oh, I did it. Wow, amazing, I can manage. That gives you some confidence. And at the 15th step, this confidence becomes overconfidence. At the 20th step, that overconfidence becomes pride. At the 25th step, that pride becomes inattentiveness. At the 25th step, you become inattentive on the ladder and fall from there. You won't be able to balance yourself. You may break your head or hand, right? So the more we are advancing in Krishna consciousness, or the more years we are spending in Krishna consciousness, and the more we are going higher and higher in the hierarchy in terms of position, in terms of rank, the more we need to be careful, because the danger of Maya is more there, right? So beginners are generally humble. We have been humble also. Oh, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Pranam. Right? So that simplicity, innocence, humility, modesty, loyalty, all these good qualities, you can see in a devotee who just began the practice, just few years into the practice. But as one is advancing and spending more and more number of years in bhakti, one has to become more humble, more simple, right? More grateful, more unqualified. That has to be the default setting. That's actually the symptom of advancement. What is the symptom of an advancing devotee? Humility is increasing. In such a humble state of mind, we can chant the holy names of Krishna better. Right? When there is humility, we can chant better. When there is no humility, we cannot get that quality of feeling in our chanting. As Prabhupada writes in the first canto, 8th chapter, Kunti Maharani's prayer section. Right? So the quality of feeling in chanting is the feeling of humility, a feeling of dependence, not independence. Krishna, you are great and I am insignificant. You are infinite, I am infinitesimal. You are Vibhu, I am Anu. You are ocean, I am a drop. So in connection with Krishna, how insignificant are we? Having a realization of this, having an understanding of this, and being in that consciousness constantly, that is humility. And this humility has so many facets. We can discuss maybe tomorrow when we are discussing Taranadapi Sunichana Shloka. So when we are humble, in such a humble state of mind, we will be able to chant the holy names of Krishna better. However, how to become humble? Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, chant the holy names of Krishna. By chanting, you become humble, and with humility, you can chant better. Which comes first? Begin somewhere. You begin somewhere. Have some humility to chant, and the chanting will increase your humility, and that increased humility will make you chant better, and that better chanting will make you more humble, and that humility will help you chant better, and that better chanting will make you even more humble, and with greater humility you can chant much better. Right? So they help each other. Both statements are made by Lord Chaitanya only. Here he says that Prabhu kahe kabhu tumara na haibe abhiman. You will never become egoistic. You will never become proud. You will never become arrogant. When? He says, Nirantara kaha tumi Krishna Krishna nam. By constantly chanting Krishna, 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 you will not become proud. You know what is the logic behind chanting, the connection between chanting and humility? How does chanting Krishna's names make us humble? Very important point. The conditioned soul is in this material world because of this conditioned mentality of thinking oneself master, proprietor, enjoyer, boss, creator, doer, performer of all the activities. So this is called Ishvara Bhava. In Bhagavatam language it's a disease called Ishamani syndrome. Right? Ishamani syndrome means you consider yourself Isha, the controller. Ishamani, they mante, like that. So I am Isha. So people have this conception, they have this feeling. This is called Ishamani syndrome. So by saying Krishna, 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 Krishna thousands of times, hundreds of times, chanting so many names of the Lord, we are coming out of that self-absorption, self-obsession, self-infatuation, self-centric nature, self-centered thought process. So by shifting our attention to the name of Krishna, we are acknowledging that Krishna is better than me, Krishna is superior to me, Krishna is the master, I am not the master, I am servant. Krishna is the doer, I am not the doer, I am an instrument. Krishna is performing this task, this operation, I am just a tool in his hands. Nimitta matram bhava savyasachin. Arjuna is Savyasachi, but is a nimitta matra only. How can Savyasachi be nimitta matra? Savyasachi means he is able to release arrows from two hands, but Krishna says, yes, you are Savyasachi, but you are my instrument. Means however talented you are, however powerful you are, however experienced you may be, however influential you may be, you are just an instrument in Krishna's hands. If Krishna does not give you that power, you won't be able to accomplish anything that you could have accomplished or you will be accomplishing. By chanting Krishna's names, we shift our focus from ourselves to Krishna. And we acknowledge that only it is by His grace that we are doing anything that we are doing. Therefore, while doing so many services in Krishna consciousness, while accomplishing so many things, we should constantly chant also. So we should give sufficient emphasis to chant. Sometimes when we become too excited to perform more, of course, in the service of Krishna, our focus on Sravanam and Kirtanam will go down. Our focus on chanting and hearing will go down. But this hearing and chanting will make us humble, and in humility can accomplish more, not in pride. And even if somebody accomplishes a lot, if there is pride in the heart, they are miserable within. If there is arrogance in them, they are miserable within. Apparently they are performing so much, but internally there is misery. But relief from that misery within comes by taking shelter of Krishna, by Shravanam and Kirtanam, especially chanting the holy names of the Lord. So by chanting the names of the Lord constantly and by hearing the glories of the Lord constantly, regularly, we come out of that self-absorption. Our mind and our consciousness will focus on Krishna, not on ourselves. I am not accomplishing this. We are supposed to be in instrument consciousness, not accomplishment consciousness. As an instrument, you can accomplish a lot. But if you focus on accomplishment and forget the instrument consciousness, that accomplishment is just accomplishment of by being an instrument of Maya. Right? That accomplishment will not satisfy the heart. That will only induce you, I have not done much, let me do more. Not for service of Krishna, to establish my glory, to establish my position, in a mood of self-centeredness. But when we are instruments, when we are doing whatever we are doing as an instrument of Krishna, then your appetite to serve will increase, your ability to serve also will increase. So Krishna, one cannot compromise on Krishna consciousness. And chanting is one of the foremost aspects of being Krishna conscious. That will destroy our abhiman. I am not saying this, Mahaprabhu is saying this. Kabhu tomara na haibe abhiman, nirantara kahatumi Krishna Krishna nam. When we chant the names of Krishna constantly, Krishna, 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 that will protect us from abhiman. If chanting is kept aside, we do many other things and that may induce abhiman in us. So chanting is the time where we can honestly express our dependence on Krishna. We can be more prayerful while chanting the holy names of the Lord and seek that empowerment to serve Him. Right? So I only have 5 minutes to cover the third Brahmana. I think I'll go to the third Brahmana quickly. So Mahaprabhu went ahead in his South India Yatra after blessing Vasudeva. One more point. Vasudeva received this special grace from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu cured him from his leprosy, not from a distance, but he personally came closer to him and he even embraced him like a loving mother. And this news came to Pratapadra Maharaj. He heard it. Oh, this sannyasi is not just any other sannyasi who performs some miracles or some magics by curing someone's sickness, diseases. He embraced him. Curing disease at one platform, but embracing him shows that he has motherly affection. Curing the disease will show the talent, will show the power, but embracing shows the affection. So Mahaprabhu's affection has become more prominently visible in this episode than his mystic power of curing a disease. So Pratapadra Maharaj reflected on it. Oh, Mahaprabhu is embracing this Vasudeva, leper. That means he has motherly affection. I want to see him. I want to surrender to him. He must be the Supreme Lord. So then he has been longing. When will Mahaprabhu come back from South India Yatra? He is following up with Sarvabhaumacharya. So when the Lord shows mercy on one devotee, 1,000 other devotees will be inspired by that. Each episode here, where Mahaprabhu is showing mercy on one devotee after another devotee, this is inspiring so many individuals and they are becoming devotees. Similarly, when you inspire someone, one person in Krishna consciousness, through that one person, 100 other people, 1,000 other people can become Krishna conscious. Every devotee is valuable. Every transformation story is so valuable. It's a powerhouse of inspiration. One devotee received some mercy of the Lord. One devotee uplifted his consciousness by receiving the Lord's grace or Krishna's grace or Prabhupada's grace. And that success story of transformation can transform the hearts of hundreds of people. Any Krishna conscious moment, precious moment of Krishna consciousness is not just a passing moment. It's an eternal moment. By meditating on that one little moment, people can experience hundreds and thousands of such absorbing Krishna conscious moments. Some thousands of years back or many yugas back, the Lord showed some mercy on Ambrish Maharaj. That episode continues to inspire us even in 2025. Kali Yuga, in the 7th Manvantara, Vaivasut Manvantara. So all these episodes are eternal episodes. 5,000 years back, Krishna subdued Kaliya and subdued his envy. That story still helps us connect with Krishna better. So all the pastimes of the Lord and all the transformation stories of devotees, they serve as inspiration for all time to come. It's not like just mere newspaper. So once some event happened and it's there on the newspaper, so after 2 days, the newspaper becomes irrelevant for many people. Right? It can even go to Radhi. But this is eternal, Krishna's grace, spiritual news from the spiritual world, according to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Right? We can publish hundreds of newspapers every moment. So much news is there. This is news from spiritual world. So Mahaprabhu proceeded in his South India Yatra. Eventually he came to Srirangam. I'll keep it very brief. So in Srirangam, Mahaprabhu met one Brahmana. This is a simple Brahmana reading Bhagavad Gita, sitting in the temple in one corner. He's reading, he's crying, and many Brahmanas were passing by. They saw this Brahmana reading Bhagavad Gita and crying, and then they were commenting on him, they were mocking him, they were joking with him, they were laughing at him. But this Brahmana is continuing to read Gita. Then Mahaprabhu noticed him. He went and asked, "My dear Brahmana, what are you doing?" He said, "I'm reading Bhagavad Gita." "Oh, really? Great. But you seem to be crying. You had tears in your eyes. But these tears are not painful tears. These tears are not tears of misery. People are mocking you, joking with you. Some other people, when they are teased by others, they may cry, but you are not crying because people are teasing you. I can see these are very affectionate tears, loving tears, ecstatic tears, tears of joy. What brings you so much joy? You are relishing something in Bhagavad Gita. Which shloka are you relishing? Which commentary are you relishing? Please tell us. What is bringing tears in your eyes?" Then this Brahmana said, "Oh Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I am an illiterate Brahmana. I don't know how to read. Whether I am reading properly or not, I don't know. Because my Guru instructed me to read, therefore I am reading, but I don't have the ability to read." "Oh, really? Fine. Thank you. We are very, very submissive to your Guru. But what's bringing tears in your eyes? That tell me first." Lord Chaitanya, this Brahmana said, "Whenever I open Bhagavad Gita, I only see Lord Krishna playing the role of a chariot driver of Arjuna. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, the creator of the entire universe, the maintainer of the entire universe. That Lord, who is the source of everything in the entire creation, Ham Sarvasya Prabhavo Mattaha Sarvam Pravartate, that Lord is playing this small menial role of a driver of his devotee. How much affection my Lord has for his devotees. Just by remembering this Bhakta Vatsalyata quality of my dear Lord Krishna, tears automatically flow from my eyes. The Bhakta Vatsalyata quality of Krishna is bringing tears in my eyes, O Lord." Then Mahaprabhu made one profound statement. "Oh Brahmana, whatever you understood from Bhagavad Gita is the essence of Bhagavad Gita." He never read it. He is an illiterate, uneducated Brahmana. He did not even read, but Mahaprabhu says whatever he understood is the essence. And who is Mahaprabhu? The speaker of Bhagavad Gita. The author, the speaker of Gita, is saying that one who could not even read my Gita has understood Bhagavad Gita, and whatever he understood is the essence of the Bhagavad Gita. How did Mahaprabhu make such a statement? Because Mahaprabhu noticed two qualities in him. What are the two qualities? He said, "Oh Brahmana, one, you are very submissive to your Guru. Instead of saying, I am illiterate, I cannot read, you tried at least to read Bhagavad Gita. You are so obedient and submissive to the instructions of your Guru. Second point, you have so much love and affection for Krishna. That is the prayojan. The ultimate goal of life is to develop love for Krishna. You have so much of love and appreciation for Krishna's quality. You are able to understand Krishna is Bhakta Vatsala. So many people read Bhagavad Gita and they keep analyzing Krishna's statements. And some people say, does Krishna have false prestige? Why do you say that? He says, Mattaha parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. No one is superior to me. I am the source of everything. Does Krishna has false prestige? Some people ask like that. But this Brahmana is seeing another perspective. There are so many statements, philosophical statements and many other things that Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Sattva Gun, Rajo Gun, Tamo Gun, Prakriti, Purusha, Ishvara, Jiva, Kala, Karma. So many things, so many topics are there in Gita. But of all these things, he understood one point. Krishna is affectionate towards his devotees. That is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. What is the conclusion of Gita? Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchaha. Ma shuchaha, don't worry. I will relieve you from all your material reactions, sinful reactions. Just take my shelter, Krishna is saying. He is saying it out of affection for all of us. When Krishna is saying Sarva Dharman Parityajya, the focus is not on giving up all dharmas. The focus is on going up in following dharma. It's not giving up, it is going up. Ordinary dharmas are like Varna Dharma, Ashrama Dharma, then Raja Dharma, Dana Dharma, Stri Dharma, Kula Dharma, Jati Dharma. All these are dharmas. You have multiple duties. As a brahmachari, you have some duties. As a grahastha, you have some duties. As a brahmana, we have some duties. As a kshatriya, people have some duties. As businessmen, they have some duties. As teachers have their duties. And military men, they have their duties. Policemen, they have their duties. So different people have their own duties. But above all these duties, which are temporary, which have a beginning and end, is the supreme duty of serving Krishna. Krishna is saying Sarva Dharman Parityajya means you just keep aside all your other ordinary duties or temporary duties. You can execute them, but please recognize there's importance of there's another eternal duty. What is that? Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. Taking shelter of Krishna is the ultimate dharma of every single living entity. What is dharma? From one perspective, dharma is duty. But from a higher perspective, dharma is the intrinsic nature of every single living being. So this nature is common for all souls. Dharma is the essential characteristic, essential quality, intrinsic characteristic of a thing or a person. That is the real dharma. And that dharma is Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhaktira dhokshaje ahaituki apratihata yayatma suprasidati. The supreme dharma of all living entities is to take shelter of Krishna. And Mahaprabhu says, Krishna is saying, you rise above ordinary dharmas and come to the platform of the highest dharma of taking my shelter. That's what Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja means. And what is the promise he is giving? Aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami. I will protect you from everything. Many people follow dharmas to get some artha, for some purpose. Artha means money, artha means purpose. They follow some dharma to get some artha, to fulfill some artha, purpose. Now the Krishna says, you just follow this dharma of taking my shelter, all your purposes are automatically fulfilled. Don't worry, Mahashuchaha is saying, don't worry. Because Krishna has affection for all of us. He is concerned about all of us. So the South Indian Brahmana recognized Krishna's affection for all of us. And because he recognized Krishna's affection, Mahaprabhu said, whatever he understood from Gita is the real essence of Gita. You have two qualities. One quality is you are submissive to Guru. Sometimes we may think we can do this and that. So many things we can do. But Guru says, no, don't do this, don't do this, do this, do this. An immature disciple may feel, why is the Guru not allowing me to do this? I have potential to do it. But why is he pulling me back? One may say like that. Or Guru may say, although the disciple is not willing to do something, Guru will say, no, do this only. Why is he not understanding my potential or my inclination? Why is he engaging me in a different way? If you have some doubts, you can express it. The point is having trust in the spiritual master. Their control is actually their care. Right? As a part of care, there is some control also. Care without control. Care is not like just leaving us loose. Oh, you do whatever you want. Some control has to be there just for protection. Just imagine a kite flying high in the sky, maybe 10 meters or 20 meters above the ground level, is being pulled by the string. This person is sitting there on the terrace and pulling the string. The kite is feeling, why is this fellow pulling me down? I want to go up. I want to go up and above. Outer space, I want to go. But he's pulling like this, because he is seeing the direction of wind. So if I just release it higher, this kite may collide with other kites. Or this kite may just bump into some tall tree. Or the kite may be destroyed because of the wind's movement. So seeing this wind movement, seeing the tall trees and seeing other kites flying in the sky, this person who is flying the kite will pull it down or release, pull it down and release. The kite should not feel, I want to be released now. I can't be under this fellow's control anymore. What will happen? The kite will be nowhere. Right? Kite the whereabouts of the kite will be unknown if the kite is not connected to the string. That is the dependence of a disciple on Guru. Guru knows what is good for the disciple. So following the instructions of Guru is important. This South Indian Brahmana could have argued. What's happening? Why are you asking me to read Bhagavad Gita? I'll go and worship deities. I'm illiterate. How can I read? I cannot read. He did not argue. He said, okay, let me read Gita. He sat there. Mahaprabhu noticed this submissiveness. You are very submissive to your Guru. Second, you have genuine love for Krishna. You can see Bhagavad Gita from a historical perspective, from a linguistic perspective, from a poetic perspective, from a grammatical perspective, from a philosophical perspective, from a logical perspective. But you saw the devotional perspective. Those who are little well-read or knowledgeable, they will see things from multiple angles and they miss the main angle. The main angle is Krishna loves us. That's the essence of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna loves us. Krishna cares for us. Whenever Krishna is saying, Ma suchaha, you don't worry. Mat chitta madgata prana bodhayantaha parasparam. Then he says, Maya vesha mano yemam nitya yukta upasati. Then Krishna also says, Manmana bhava mad bhakto madhyajam namamskuru. Take my shelter, me. He's saying he's not self-centric. He is well-wisher. When a father says, my dear child, hold on to my hand, don't go anywhere. Whatever you want, ask me only. Don't go here and there. Is it like father is bossing over the child? The father is controlling the child? Yes, controlling is there, but that is out of care, out of love, out of affection. It's not arrogance. It's a reassurance. The father is giving a reassurance to the child. My dear child, please be with me. You will be lost in this big marketplace. Be with me. Krishna is also saying, be with me. Take my shelter. Otherwise you will be lost in this marketplace of material world. Maya. You'll be lost. You'll be allured by. You got to take the child to a shopping mall. Child is allured by this toy there, that big Barbie doll there, or some big guns and other toys there, dresses, different dresses, gadgets nowadays, video games. They are lost. Parents say, no, we came here for a purpose. Come, stay with me. And the father holds the boy's hand or girl's hand and then keep with them only. That's what Krishna is saying. There are so many allurements of Maya in this material world. You please be with me. Right? So in these three beautiful stories from Chaitanya Charitamrita, we saw Mahaprabhu's great affection on Kurma Brahmana in guiding him to stay at home, chant the holy names and inspire others also to chant. Then Mahaprabhu showed mercy on Vasudeva Brahmana by embracing him, curing him from leprosy, and saving him from false pride by suggesting him to chant the holy names of Krishna. If you chant, you'll be humble, you'll not become proud. Then finally, Mahaprabhu showed his mercy on South Indian Brahmana, Srirangam Brahmana, by revealing him his two good qualities, submissiveness to Guru and love for Krishna. And Mahaprabhu showed extra mercy also. He revealed himself to be Krishna himself. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not different from Krishna. That the South Indian Brahmana understood. You're reading this book, right? This is my book. I spoke it. So Mahaprabhu told South Indian Brahmana, you're reading Bhagavad Gita. I only spoke Bhagavad Gita 4,500 years back. That I am Krishna, not different from Krishna. That Mahaprabhu generally does not reveal it to everyone. And even if someone happens to recognize it, you are Lord, you are the Supreme Lord Krishna. Mahaprabhu says, Hari, Hari, no, I'm an ordinary jiva. How can you call me Krishna? Vishnu. He says like that. But to the South Indian Brahmana, Mahaprabhu revealed, yes, I am Krishna. And keep it secret. Don't tell anyone. Right? So this is how Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu blessed these three Brahmanas and many other devotees, but I just picked up three. Thank you very much. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Shri Gaura Purnima Maha Mahotsav ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.